Ladies and gentlemen, grab your seats, grab your gum. It's time for the Dirt and Turf podcast. I am Cobra, and I'm joined by Cat and Tyler, and we will have a special guest hopefully joining us shortly. Say hello, guys.
What's up?
Hey guys.
All right. We have a very interesting week. Had a very interesting week of baseball going on, but kind of getting away from it for a little bit. I wanted to give a shout out, of course, to my brother Ricky. For those of you who don't know, who are new listeners to the Dirt and Turf podcast, Ricky was one of the original voices of the Social Sports Pad Network. He led the football podcast, and he's one of the main reasons why I'm podcasting in the first place, because Ricky needed an extra voice. Some of the times he was doing the first season of the Social Sports Pad podcast, at the time it was called, he needed an extra voice, and hey, I just so happened to literally be in the room. So I chimed in, and long story short, here I am, now hosting the Dirt and Turf podcast and the Hard Count Football podcast, which is now called it was called Dirt and Turf. It was called not Dirt and Turf, but it was called the Hard Count by him for a Saturday. Ricky had a septic knee infection. That had been happening, going on. He was in surgery yesterday, and he made it out okay. They caught the infection in time, and if we didn't catch it in time, it could have led to a leg amputation or death. We're glad that Ricky definitely made it, and we're hoping that he has a speedy recovery. We're hoping that he can also return to his Twitch platform. So if you are listening, please follow him. That would be Billy Styles 313 on Twitch. And also another more tragic news in sports. Johnny Gaudreau, forward/right winger for the Columbus Blue Jackets, was tragically killed by a drunk driver while he was cycling with his brother in New Jersey. Who was also a player. They were in New Jersey because one, Johnny Gaudreau is from the New Jersey area, and two, they were getting ready for their sister's wedding.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Like I said, the driver was drunk.
Don't drive, people. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, please. Please drink responsibly. Dirt and Turf podcast and the Social Sports Pad Network want to remind you that when you drink responsibly. If you've had too much to drink, call an Uber. Get a DD. Designated driver, please. Tragedies like these need to be avoided. Especially now. Statistics like this. This is the third hockey player killed before, killed before his career was over. This definitely hit a fan base hard. This is as tragic as Pelle Lindbergh from the Flyers. When he passed. And so this is as bad as that. So that's enough of the somber moments. We need to get to the good stuff. That would be baseball.
Absolutely.
So before we get to our end of the month awards, I wanted to say this. Congratulations, Chicago White Sox! You set a national attendance record of 17 fans.
That's it.
17.
I'm sorry. You're saying You're saying 17. 1-7?
Yes. That is more than 16. Yes. One more than
That's
16.
Actually,
yes.
That's the record in the modern era. The record is 2 fans back like 1880.
Yep. Got 17 whole fans. 17 whole fans.
I'm surprised I even tracked that many.
I guarantee you, that's their entire fan base right now. 17 fans. You know, well, I would say that, but Obama probably had better stuff to do. Thanks, Obama.
I'm absolutely speechless right now.
I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean, this is
even the Athletics have more fans than that.
Athletics at least bring in fourth. Yeah.
Even
Yep.
Cat, you cut out.
Cat.
I think it was Cat.
I think so. But yeah, even the Athletics, and more fans. They bring in an average of 4,000 fans, and that's considered low attendance. But 17 whole fans.
Wow. And for the whole game?
Yes.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yep. You were mentioning this earlier, Kat, that it's almost like the owner wants the attendance so bad he could force the team to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, look, we know Rob Manfred is spineless. Now he's being unoriginal. That's literally the plot to Major League.
It is.
It really is. Like, literally.
Look, all they need is the owner's wife to be a stripper with really big tits, and yeah, then the plot is complete.
How do we know she's not?
Exactly.
That is also fair.
Yep. And then we also need that team to really hunker down and air down, and then get this cutout standee and just remove every single piece of clothing to win as a win of every game. And yeah. Also, you need Jobu. It is not wise. It is not wise to take Jobu rum.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get a Jobu for bowling. Not gonna lie. All right. Tyler, this is your floor. This is definitely your floor. Let's get to our end of the month awards.
Ooh, end of the month.
Oh, I got you. Give me 1 second. I'll load it up. Let's see. Right now, your player of the month is actually Bobby Witt Jr.
That is not surprising.
That's not surprising.
Yep.
Bobby Witt Jr. had the best August out of anybody. And Bobby Witt Jr. is leading the league in average right now. By 10. He has a 343 batting average.
Okay.
Home runs, you got Aaron Judge at 51.
Right.
Are you sure he's not juiced? Then you got your favorite Dodger, Cobra.
Oh, you're talking about famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani.
And you want to Anthony Santander.
By the way, if you are getting annoyed by how I keep rubbing in the fact that famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani is a famous responsible gambler, get used to it. You know, because until a right is wronged, I will keep calling him famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani. I don't care how many puppy dogs he comes out for the first pitch with. I don't give a damn. He is famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani.
Wait, right? Puppy dogs?
National League Player of the Month actually is Marcelo Ozuna.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Now on to league leaders for the month, which I'm on right now. We got for average, we got Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, Vladimir Guerrero, top 3 for our average. Aaron Judge at 51, Shohei Ohtani at 42. Anthony Santander at 38, Marcell Ozuna at 37, and Juan Soto at 37 as well.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, we're going to go on to... Hold on, where is it? Where are you? Let's get to pitching.
And there is
we got
Joey
our
OverStreet.
pitcher of Rookie of the Month actually is Jackson Holiday.
Nice. Joey, you missed my little breakdown on Johnny Gaudreau. Sorry about that. We're getting through. We're getting through our monthly awards, and we're getting ready. So sorry about that, Joey.
Yeah,
but we're still ready
fine.
for you, though. All right.
Yeah, no,
Tyler?
you guys are fine. Rest in peace, Johnny.
Yep.
How much longer, man? Like, how much longer do we have to deal with, like, for
idiots?
Drunk driving is not an idiot thing. It is at that point it should be considered murder because you know exactly what you're doing. You're choosing not to. You are choosing to be an irresponsible nobody who doesn't give a shit about anybody else. If you don't have money for an Uber, don't go out. If you do have money for an Uber, then call a fucking Uber. If your phone is dead, ask somebody. They will be glad to help you. There is no reason on this goddamn planet Earth for somebody to get behind the wheel of a vehicle and drive drunk. And you know what? I don't even care if you had a beer. If you had a beer, wait 5 hours, goddammit.
Joey, I know as someone that you definitely enjoy going out to a club or to a bar, and you
I have a breathalyzer in my car. I have not one that's attached to my car, but like an individual handheld breathalyzer. I also was in a horrible car accident because guess what? Drunk fucking driver. Yeah. I almost died in that car accident. Realistically, a few more centimeters, I'm dead.
Yes. I'm sorry to bring up that PTSD on you, man. But you were speaking from experience.
There's an irresponsibility in the world, and I also think there's a serious problem that we need to start addressing because we've been talking, and I don't want to get political, and that's not what I'm trying to do. This is a sports podcast. We should talk about sports, but goddamn it, we lost one of the premier stars in the NHL, and his brother who is in the minor leagues because of somebody who decided to. We need to start talking about providing more resources for not just mental health, not just people who are struggling with that, but for people who are struggling with addiction. I know there are groups out there like AA, and I know there are groups like this, but we need people.
They don't do enough.
Because AA is a completely voluntary thing. You have to come to terms with yourself as a person to say, I have a drinking problem. It is destroying me. It is destroying my family. And even if you don't have a drinking problem, there is no excuse for today's day and modern, like I said earlier, there's no excuse for in this modern age and day where you can call somebody with you don't even need your phone. Smartwatches are a thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or if you don't have a phone, your friend. You're right.
I'll be completely honest.
Call an Uber, call a Lyft.
I'll be completely honest. The other day, I got fucking wasted at a British pub watching a soccer game, and I was like, well, fuck. And I guess what I did? I called my family because that's what you do.
Yes.
And luckily, somebody was there to be able to take the car and back to the house, and they weren't happy with me because I shouldn't have been drinking that much anyways. Yeah. But like, if you make a mistake, be responsible about it. And if you black out, make sure you have friends with you. Make sure you have a DD. Do something. Or hell, how about this? What do all the ads that sell alcohol always have to say at the end of those ads? Drink responsibly.
As I said earlier. Go ahead, Tyler.
Drive sober or get pulled over.
Yes.
And I'm dead serious when I say this. If you kill somebody in a drunk driving accident, your life is forfeit as far as I'm concerned. You should be given the same. You should be given exactly what you just gave to those people who cut your life short. Your life should be cut short. That might sound totalitarian, but I'm like, God damn it! If something's gonna stop drunk driving, it would be if you drunk drive, it's gonna be the fucking death penalty.
All right, Joey.
Eye for an eye. All right.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right. Let's get no. Joey, you're fine. You're fine. I respect your passion. Obviously, I love you, man. You're my brother. But
no,
yeah,
stop. I'm sorry.
No. Joey. You're good. I'm just saying, you're my brother. We love you. Tyler, continue. Let's get back on.
All right. So for your pitchers, our top pitcher of the month actually was Chris Sale, along with Chris Tariq Skubal.
Nice.
Seth Lugo's actually had a solid season 2 as well.
Amazing what happens when you get away from Lowell Mets.
Anyway, your top ERA leader is both Tariq Skubal and Chris Sale tied for first with a 2.58 ERA.
All right.
Okay. The saves is the last one we're going to do. The saves is the last one. Ryan Haseley, or what the hell's that? Say his last name. Is first with 41. Clase with 39. And Kyle Finnegan with 34.
Right. Is that it, Tyler?
Yep, for the stat. Yep.
And speaking of saves, I wanted to remind our podcast listeners that Year of the Month awards was brought to you by Sentry PC. Sentry PC is an all-in-one service that provides a VPN, virus protection, and other various forms of protection for your computer, so you don't have hackers, access your data. Click the link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Click the link. And purchase Sentry PC. All right.
Wait, so you're saying that if I bought a bunch of candy bars and I didn't want the government to know, that's the VPN to go to?
Yep.
That is what we have. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's get to the standings. All right, and when we stand, and by the way, let's give a special shout out to our standing sponsors, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. As I always say, the Dirt Turf Podcast, grab your seeds and grab your gum. We here at the Social Sports Pad Network are giving you that opportunity to grab some seeds, specifically Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. The sunflower seed that is single-handedly taking over the market. They're viral on TikTok. They are not only the same size as Bigs, but they also give you a very satisfying taste and don't have that sandpaper type mouth feel. Click the link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. And tell them Cobra sent you. Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. All right, now we're at the standings, and we are going to talk. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, oh boy, I can't wait to find out the Rockies are in first place, and they're gonna make a run at the World Series. I can't wait.
Spoiler alert! Don't get your hopes up.
What?
So
at least he's not a White Sox fan.
Yeah, I think he definitely.
I'm not sure anybody's a White Sox fan right now.
Yeah, maybe 17 fans.
Maybe there's 17. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Anyway. So let's get to it. The AL East. We have the Yankees. Fuck. 78 and 54 with a .591 win percentage. They have a 2-game win streak, but 6 of the last 10. We have the Baltimore Orioles right behind them, 77-58, .570 win percentage, 1.5 games back. They are on 2-game losing streak, 4 of the last 10.
Can I just say real quick? Had somebody told me 2 years ago that this was going to be my team 2 years in a row, I'd have laughed so hard I'd have peed myself. Okay, so us being second in the AL East, I'm I'm over the moon for this team, and I
Considering-
can't wait.
Honestly.
Considering that the Orioles 2 years ago were at the bottom of the East, so and we're actually a laughing.
We were at
They
the
were-
bottom of everything. 2 years
Yes,
ago.
I mean literally. Friend of the channel, Your Name Tree did a Big Bill Hell's "Fuck You, Baltimore" commercial talking about their terrible, terrible streak.
It was in fact terrible.
Yes.
Not this year.
Yep. So, by the way, the Boston Red
Nice.
Sox, 69-65, 515 win percentage, 9
Nice.
games back. They're on a 1-game losing streak. Woof. 4 of the last 10. You have the Tampa Bay Rays, 66-67, 496 win percentage, 11.5 games back, also on a 1-game losing streak. 1-game losing streak, and 4 of the last 10. And Toronto Blue Jays, who are rebounding, 66-70, 485 win percentage, 13 games back, 1-game win streak, but 7 of their last 10. Woo.
They're actually having they were pretty hot at the end of the last couple weeks.
They're not too bad. If they were in a different division like the AL West, and I'll get to that, they would actually right now be competing for a spot. All right,
I'm gonna say this right now. Anyway, go ahead.
but this is interesting. Going to the Central, we have the Cleveland Guardians of the Galaxy, 76-58, 567 win percentage.
Can we say
Yeah.
that?
What?
What you just
Guardians
said.
of the Galaxy.
I've been saying it for a while, and you're just now realizing I keep saying Cleveland Guardians of the Galaxy. Really?
I
This is only the
think
first
it's
time I
funny.
heard you say it.
Considering their mascot's an alien, I mean, yeah.
It is actually kind of cool. But anyway,
Yes. Yeah, and it has been an alien even before they were called the Guardians. So
What's really funny is for a team that's called the Guardians, they sure as hell ain't guarding any championships. Ayo.
that is
nice.
fair. That is actually fair.
Very nice, Joey. But they're 4 of the last 10, and this team had a chance to really change things up, and they blew it. That is the Kansas City Royals, 75-60, 556 win percentage, 1.5 games back, on a 2-game losing streak in 5 of the last 10. They had a chance. They had a legitimate chance to actually lead the Central, and they just didn't have the gas.
They tripped at the finish line.
Pretty much. Speaking
I
of
guess
tripping,
I guess you can say that the Kansas City royalty, or the only royalty on the Kansas City Royals, is their minority owner in Patrick Mahomes.
famous Roger Goodell cocksucker, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, had to go there.
Hey, you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me.
Oh my lord!
Hey, no offense to you, Joey. All right. Sorry. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this is not a G-rated show.
yes, I think I said this in the intro. We are raw, uncensored, and yeah, raw and
Don't give a
uncensored.
fuck about
No,
anything.
we are G-rated. We're rated G for G spot because we're gonna fuck it so hard. Hey-o.
I'm trying not to laugh.
And that is coming from a member of the LGBTQ community. So, always a great joke. So Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins look like they need to call Aaron Rodgers and send him to the Vikings. 72-61, 541 win percentage, 3.5 games back. They're on a 4-game losing streak, 2 in the last 10. The only team that's doing worse than them in win streak, and we'll get to them, is the Chicago White Sox.
We're all shocked.
Yep. Now the Detroit Tigers. 68-67, 504 win percentage, 8.5 games back. 7 of the last 10 though, so they're starting to surge. But is it too little?
Did the Detroit Tigers play today?
They do.
Yeah.
We'll get to that at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's always the end of games.
Only reason I asked is because I was hoping that they would get to 69 wins by the end of the day, so I could say nice.
Ew. All right. And now, for the 17 fans who are listening, your team is now on the block. Hello, Chicago White Sox. 31 and 104. 230 win percentage. 45 and a half games back. 7-game losing streak. One of their last 10.
What is their loss record again?
31 and 104.
Oh, are they going to get to 110 losses? Yes, they are. Oh my god.
They're going to be the worst team in the modern MLB since the expansion Mets.
Someone explain something to me, like genuinely. How do you go from almost getting to the World Series in 2021 to this absolute shit show of a team? I don't understand. Will someone explain this to me? Like, genuinely, I need someone to explain to me why would you even think about rebuilding? Like, I don't what happened? Injuries? Tell me it was injuries. Tell me it wasn't bad trades and bad contracts.
Oh, no, it was bad trades and bad contracts.
Of course it was.
I'm gonna say this openly. I am so glad they cut Mike Moustakas from this team because I love Mike Moustakas. Mike Moustakas, my dad, openly joked with the man. He was a great kid. I am so glad he got cut from the White Sox because I did not want his career ruined by this shit show of a franchise.
I don't think they wanted his career ruined either. And that's probably why they traded.
What did they get? What, they cut him or did they trade him?
They cut him. They cut him.
Oh, they couldn't. Oh my god. Well, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, they lost Jose Abreu.
I thought he was traded.
No, he got
so they
cut.
lost
He
Jose Abreu.
was cut. He was cut.
Good lord.
So who else they lost? They lost to lose their stars.
Trying to do this dummy thing of being so bad that the city loses interest in them and they move, even though they're a very historic franchise.
We were just talking about that. Like I said, we were saying all the Chicago White Sox need is a stripper wife owner, a stripper wife owner, wife of the owner, to then take over the team that has big tits, and then want to move the team to somewhere of warmer climate.
Miami.
Well, not Miami.
At the time, it was Miami.
It was Miami before, but you know what I mean. Somewhere of a warmer climate, and say, hey, I got this crap franchise. They're not drawing any money. Let's move this team. It is literally the plot of Major League. And we know.
Yeah, I was about to say, and then the team rallies together and gets a cardboard cutout where they take a piece of clothing off
for every win. Yes. I was just saying that. Thank you, Joey.
But no, like genuinely. Here, I have to look something up. This is relevant. Does anybody remember a team? They're considered the worst team in MLB history.
That's the Cleveland Spiders. That is the
Cleveland Spiders. What? I'm looking up their record right now. Hold on. If I can find out how to spell Cleveland.
I'm pretty sure Chicago passed them already.
Cleveland.
Are they still? No, they're not still around.
No.
Kinda. Yeah, that makes sense.
They might have rebranded.
No,
but
unfortunately, the Cleveland Spiders record in 1899 was 20 and 134.
Yep.
Like I said, they're on pace to be the worst team since the expansion Mets. Let's.
Do you think they even break 40 wins?
Yeah.
I don't think that. I don't even think they break 35.
So, by the way, let's move away from the White Sox before we give ourselves a brain aneurysm out of sheer stupidity. Oh, Tyler, didn't think you were that stupid.
Wow.
I had to do a Team 4 star joke. Anywho, The AL West. We have our favorite trash can bangers, the Houston Astros. 72-62, 537 win percentage. 2-game win streak, but 4 of the last 10. Okay. Maybe
They're
this is,
very.
maybe
I'm looking at
this is the. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe this is the time they sign Trevor Bauer and get that playoff push. I don't know. He's still on the market. He's still good. You know.
Do you really think Roger Rabbit's gonna let Bauer play?
No, because he's a sniveling coward who loves his famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani. All right, go ahead, Joey.
I was just gonna say I find it very interesting that everyone else who's leading their division, besides the Yankees, so I guess that would actually just be the Guardians. And let me check the NL. We'll get to the NL, but I just want to see. Yeah, pretty much everyone in the entire National Baseball League, besides the Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians, apparently have a problem winning at home, because most teams who are winning in the lead in their divisions have outstanding home records. Like, for instance, the Guardians have a 41-24 home record, while the Astros have a 36-29 home record and a 36-33 away record. So
the Guardians'
what's
home
going
record,
on?
The Guardians' away record isn't that bad. It's 35-34. So it's not too bad, but it could be better. You're right.
No, what I'm saying is, why is the Astros' home record so bad? The only other record that matches it is the Yankees at 36-29.
Yeah.
But did you see the Yankees' away record, though?
Even the second place Mariners have a record of 41-28 at home.
Yes. Yeah. They're
That's why the home field advantage is actually a thing.
Yeah. They're tied with the Cubs. Those three teams, the Cubs, the Yankees, and the Astros, have a 36-29 record at home. All right, but we'll get to the Cubs in a quick minute. Mariners 68-66, 507 win percentage, 4 games back, 5 of the last 10. See, this is why you can't have hope in the Seattle Mariners. You end up if you are a fan of Seattle Mariners, prepare to see a guy in a green boiler suit, red Converse, Chuck Taylors, and an orange afro. Because my friend, you've been kicked in the nuts. So now the Texas Rangers, 63-71, 470 win percentage, 9 games back, 7 of the last 10. So they're starting to show a little momentum. 3-game win streak too. The Oakland Athletics, 58-76, 433 win percentage, 14 games back. Their home record, I don't know how they're winning at home. Even though it's still a losing record, but they're still winning somehow at home. 5 of the last 10. And of course the troutless Los Angeles, California Angels of Anaheim, California, Los Angeles. 55
Are at least better than the White Sox.
At least they're better than the White Sox. 410 win percentage, 17 games back. 2 of the last 10, though.
Congratulations on being better than the White Sox.
That's like winning gold in the Special Olympics when you don't have a handicap in the 400-meter dash.
Quick. I'm going to say this real quick, and it needs to be said. Thank God Shohei got out of the Angels. I know that's a hot take. 100%. I wish he would have been said with him. But for one, his market value was being super diminished in Anaheim. It wasn't bringing the MLB as much revenue because people didn't know as much about Shohei Ohtani. And now that he's part of the Dodgers, I don't care about his contract. His contract is dumb and it's overloaded. It's going to blow up in the Dodgers' face, which is going to be hilarious.
Just like what happened with Chris Davis.
Especially because he's a famous responsible gambler.
Well, actually, it was his assistant. But besides the point, he is a hell of a baseball player. He will be, as much as I hate the Dodgers, because of course I do, for obvious reasons.
Division rival.
He is going to be. He's. I will be very, very, very surprised if this Dodgers team does not make the World Series this year because Shohei Ohtani, I feel like was the missing piece.
I'm going to laugh if they don't make the World Series, Joey, and I think everyone will as well. But let's
I think they'll miss the World Series.
They're going to make the World Series. The Dodgers are going to make the World Series.
Because Rob Manfred's going to rig the games. Gotcha. All right, let's
get
back to
the Yankees-Dodgers World Series.
Can you imagine how much? I mean, I know Shohei's already a megastar in Japan, but imagine him winning a World Series and how many Japanese tourists are going to come to America to see him play. That's what they care about.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, which is understandable. Let's get back to the standings. The NL East. Yep. We have the Philadelphia Phillies still leading. 79-55. 590 win percentage. 6 out of the last 10. So they're starting to pick things up. So that Philadelphia radio station that was saying abandon ship, abandon, all hope.
Oh, man.
I hope you shut up.
Also, hang on 1 second. Are they going to make it to 100 wins?
Yeah. I don't think the Dodgers are going to make it to 100 wins. I don't think so.
I don't even think the Yankees are going to make 100 wins either.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
the Yankees are, 78 and something?
Yeah,
I don't think...
Yankees are 78. So
I don't think
Orioles.
anybody makes it to 100
Actually,
this year.
No.
Maybe.
How many games are
the AL West?
All right. Can we get back on? Sorry to interrupt, but can we get back on topic for a little bit? Atlanta Braves, 73-61, 545 win percentage, 6 games back, 7 of the last 10. Hey, it's amazing. They're still injured to hell, but hey, they're still winning. Although they've recently lost last night. Then in third place, you have Lowell Mets, reigning supreme across the land. 70-64, 522 win percentage, 9 games back, 6 of the last 10. You have the Washington Nationals, 61-73, 455 win percentage, 18 games back, 2-game win streak too, 6 of the last 10. And the Miami Marlins, 49-85, 366 win percentage, 30 games back though. Let's consider this. Let's consider the Miami Marlins bait. 3 of the last 10.
Oh.
Yep. Now, the NL Central. You have my dark horse and my favorite for World Series. That is the Milwaukee Brewers, the MLB's Fight Club. 78-56, 582 win percentage. On a 3-game win streak, 6 of the last 10, and I know Joey's going to bring this up. I just broke the first rule of Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club.
Actually, I was going to say, if they're your dark horse candidate, you must be as drunk as they are in Milwaukee to believe that.
We'll get to drunk in a quick minute. Then you have the Chicago Cubs, 68-66, 507 win percentage, 10 games back, 7 of the last 10 on a 3-game win streak. And you have the Cardinals.
I really hope the Cubs make a push. I really hope the Cubs make a push for the playoffs this year. I really want to see the Cubs make it. Like, if the Dodgers don't make it to the World Series, I want the Cubs to make it to the World Series.
Yeah,
I respect the hell out of that,
year, guys.
Yeah, respect.
I respect the hell out of that.
Because the Cubs, I'm really sorry, but nobody hates the Cubs. No,
it's why it's the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. You don't hate the Cubs.
Why?
You can't.
Why does that city have to share a team with the Chicago White Sox? I'm sorry.
Because 1800s were a thing.
Yep, the 1800s were a thing. But speaking of the Cubs, we got to talk about the rivals, and that is the St. Louis Cardinals, 67-67, flat 500 across the board, 11 games back on a 2-game win streak. 6 out of the last 10.
Really quick side note about the Cardinals.
Tyler.
Really quick side note. When I was in Navy boot camp for a little bit, I was actually in a division that was sponsored by the Cardinals, and they were pretty much everyone in that division was from the St. Louis area or the surrounding area, and they all swore in on the field, and they all got shirts. And when I was in that division, I was supposed to get a shirt, but they were out of them. So I will never like the Cardinals because I never got a shirt.
Aww.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
We should find you one.
Nah,
Hey,
it would not feel the same because it doesn't have like the Navy. It doesn't have U.S. Navy or any of the other sponsors on it. So there's no
Division 221. If you're listening, they graduated a week ago. So congrats to them.
I have to, and Joey, I have to do this. So I do apologize. Accelerate your life in a motherfucking Navy. Now where's my had to do it. Yeah, shout out to Keith David. So now the Cincinnati Reds, 64-71, 474 win percentage, 14.5 games back. 1 game lose streak, 3 of the last 10. And hey, now in the last in their division, but still a respectful record, 62-71, 466 win percentage, 15.5 games back, a 3-game losing streak. And 4 of the last 10, you have. Wait. I smell it. Yeah.
No.
Now you're talking about the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah. Because I am excited for the Pittsburgh Steelers. God did a Super Bowl. Steelers got Super Bowl. Steelers got the Super Bowl. See you on Saturday, you fuckers. Steelers Super Bowl.
Thanks, Yinzer.
Yep, the Yinzer is definitely excited for the hard count. Are you excited, Joey?
Oh, I'm excited for the ride off the cliff. Enjoy Russell Wilson, fuckers.
You take that back! Russell Wilson's going to take us to the Super Bowl. Fuck that Cordell Stewart wannabe Justin Fields.
Don't aggravate Yinzer.
He cost us 2 years. 2 years. Why can't Peyton Manning come back?
He aged out.
All right. Let's get back on track faster. You can say Paxton Lynch. All right. Paxton Lynch. Sorry about that. I just gave him PTSD. Oh no. NL West.
Hey, Cobra. Wide right.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, Tim Tebow won us a playoff game. Your kicker didn't win you the Super Bowl 3 times out of 4. So there you go.
He wasn't. Scott Norwood was only on one team. Thank you very
much.
One of those. So,
boys,
we'll get to that when we talk football.
Baseball.
Thank you,
He started it.
Don't make me bring out my mom voice, okay?
Thanks, Mom. All right. The NL West. We have the Los Angeles Dodgers. With famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani. 80-54, 597 win percentage on a 2-game win streak, 8 of the last 10. Then you have Frank's team, the Arizona Diamondbacks, 76-58, a 567 win percentage, 4 games back. They did lose last night, but they're 7 of the last 10. They're keeping pace. You have the San Diego Padres, 76-60, 559 win percentage, 5 games back. They're on a 2-game losing streak and 5 of the last 10. You have the San Francisco Giants, 67-68, 496 win percentage, 13.5 games back. Also on a 2-game losing streak with 5 of the last 10. And you have Joey's team, the Colorado Rockies, 50-85, 370 win percentage, 30.5 games back. Lost last night and 4 of the last 10. I mean, silver lining, Joey, they're not the White Sox.
I'm sorry. I thought I misheard you. I thought you said 50 wins and 85 losses. I'm pretty sure it's 85 wins and 50 losses, if I remember correctly.
What reality are you living in, Joey? Can you just share that?
The one where the Broncos go 12-5 in a Super Bowl run.
How much weed are you smoking?
I'm not.
He is from Colorado.
I want to be happy as a baseball fan. I don't want to have to rewatch 2007 playoff highlights, man.
Joey. They're there.
You know what?
There.
If the Orioles can rebound.
Silver lining, Todd Helton's in the Hall of Fame, and his Hall of Fame ceremony that the Rockies did was actually really well done, and it was a drone show, and there was a bobblehead giveaway. Unfortunately, I
Alright.
did not.
Too low.
Okay,
Too
so
low
we
for
have
Hall of Fame too.
Yep. All right. So we have the games of the weekend come right to you. Brought to you by W Energy. Those of you who don't know, W Energy has been our original sponsor of the Social Sports Pad Network. They have been with us through it all. Through the highs, through the lows, you know. So if you want to drink a different energy drink than Monster, and why don't you give these guys a shot? Yeah, they also have a non-stim formula if you have a sensitivity to caffeine. So click the link in the Spotify bio or wherever you get your podcasts. Find the link in the bio. That's W Energy. Show channel some love. All right, and as we're speaking, the Brewers are playing a doubleheader with the Cincinnati Reds and are currently won the first one and are winning the second one 4-0. The Cubs are beating the Nationals 7-3. The Braves are beating the Phillies 7-2. The Tigers and Red Sox are in extra innings, almost at overtime. The Padres are beating the Rays 10-4. The Pirates are losing to the Guardians. The Athletics are beating the Rangers. The Mets and White Sox are tied. The Astros are leading the Royals in the bottom of the fourth, and the Orioles are beating the Rockies. So, 1-0. Anyhow,
Yankees are losing right now.
I'm sorry. Did you mention have you mentioned the Phillies yet?
Yes, it did.
Real quick side note. I know we all know about the joke about Nick Castellanos, but I've seen some really despicable things today about that joke.
Especially when it comes to Johnny Hockey.
Exactly. It's not funny. Like, yeah, haha. It's funny when it's some dumb shit. Or when it's a player or when it's somebody of old who died of natural causes and he hits a home run during the eulogy. That's funny. This is not. This is a national. This is on scale of a national tragedy. Honestly.
Pretty much.
Like,
okay.
The hockey. Sorry, just side tangent. It's not a funny joke. Don't make it.
Yes. Understood. So I'm going to start with Kat, Tyler, and Joey, and then me. We're going to pick 2 games each that we're going to watch. Since we are a bigger group, if it was just Kat, Tyler, and myself, it would be 3. But since Joey's here, it's got to be 2. So to spread it out a little bit evenly. So Kat, you may begin.
I am going with Milwaukee and Cincinnati, actually.
Nice.
And I can't help myself. Orioles, Rockies.
Yep. Sometimes you gotta go with your home.
I gotta mention my Orioles. Sorry.
You do. And of course, you and I have been on the same wavelength when it comes to the Brewers. Just want to give that heads up.
Yes.
Yeah, we love the Fight Club that we call the Brewers.
Yes.
Tyler, your turn.
Yankees, Cardinals.
All right.
And I'm gonna go. Hold on. I'm going Braves, Phillies.
Nice. Joey.
I'm just give me 1 second.
No problem.
Hold on. Let me just check something real quick. I don't want. Oh, God damn it! There we go.
Excuse me.
You guys just.
Bear with you.
It's possible Actually, it might just happen. I might just for the sake of it. Oh wait. Oh damn! I won't be able to attend tomorrow. Actually, no, I will. So I might be able to go to the Rockies game tomorrow.
Nice.
Rockies Orioles, just because why not? And tickets there's tickets for $14 because it's the Rockies.
That's cheaper
so I'll say
than a meal at Red Lobster. Rest in peace, Red Lobster.
Rock Lobster. Anyway, I'm gonna say Rockies Orioles tomorrow.
Yep, because you're gonna be there. I'll allow it.
Maybe. If not, I'll watch it or something.
All your podcasts.
But then I will say this week. We'll say for Sunday the 1st, I'll watch Cubs Nationals.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I feel like that's gonna be a good matchup.
For me, definitely the matchup that is going to be the marquee matchup to watch is the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Dodgers. Because it's a division heat. It's a fight for the lead. These two teams are white hot right now. Not red hot, white hot. That is very hot. And of course, and finally for tits and pickles, I'm gonna say it's the Mets and White Sox is gonna be my final game of the weekend. I am going to pick. So that is it for the Dirt and Turf podcast. We want to, of course, give a special shout out to our affiliate links. And give me 1 second. Network is kind of slow. Because I've got to bring up the list. All right. So, want to, of course, shout out Fanatics, Bulletproof Coffee, Dr. Squatch, Sleeves Compression, Duke Cannon Supply Company, Fubo TV, Century PC, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, and, of course, W Energy. Once again, use our affiliate links in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. And once again, that is it for the Dirt and Turf podcast. On behalf of Cat Tylor and guest Joey Overstreet from Newt City, play ball and get well soon, Ricky. I love you, man.
Oh, before we go, if you plan on going to any games, don't forget to buy a jersey from Fanatics.
I just mentioned our affiliate links.
I have.
Get well soon, Ricky. We love you.